Hi Twin Flames Highlight Workers, this is Lisha and I'm here again with another video. We are doing the Haunted by Your Memory series, and this is going to be part 2 of Haunted by Your Memory. I hope you guys are enjoying this this little series. It's really fun. I feel like it's just in time for Halloween, and we're just kind of doing a little bit of you know, role playing, and just, you know, if you guys want to dress up on where you are, that'd be fun just to watch the video, even if you just want to do it for yourself and then take pictures. You know, it's always fun to role play and to do things that are, you know, out of character sometimes, you know, and that's the thing what Halloween is all about. It's a, you know, a lot of people will get into a lot of the technical verbal things about what it means, and you know, and then take away from the things that can be fun, you know, for others. And, you know, I just like to say that, you know, we can all tap into our dark and light side because we have both. And so, you know, Halloween is one of those holidays for some people who do love to tap into their dark side. And it's not a bad thing because we do have to have a balance of light and dark in this journey. So, just understand that there are things that you can do that are fun and that don't have to mean that you're, you know, doing so many dark and evil things. It's just a matter of having a little bit of fun with the characters that you choose to be, or, you know, the things that you portray. And, you know, you don't always have to make it negative. It's something that a lot of children grow up, you know, loving the fact that they get to go trick-or-treating. And, you know, I'm not into trying to tell you guys what to believe in or how to celebrate your holidays or which ones to celebrate. Some of you may not celebrate any holidays, and that's perfectly all right too. But for others, you know, we don't want to take away from anyone's ability to have fun or raise their vibration. And sometimes these are the ways that we do it. You know, we can do it through acting, through maybe you're involved with theater, or singing and music, the arts, some kind of artsy, you know, recreation. And, you know, I know that if you are doing something that causes you a lot of, or that gives you a lot of pleasure, as far as in the arts, in the arts, within the arts, then you would probably not want anyone to come along and tell you, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, you know, that's wrong, or that's just too risque, or whatever, you know. So you have to be able to really appreciate everyone's style and everyone's choice of what they want to, you know, acknowledge or celebrate, or, you know, to be able to enjoy. So, you know, I never did really get to do a lot of things growing up with Halloween because I was kind of prohibited from going out and trick-or-treating and dressing up. There were only a couple times when I did it with other family members who were around, or we had gone to visit other family members' houses. But I grew up in a very strict household, whereas, you know, a lot of these things weren't done. And so, you know, I do feel as though I missed out on some of the different fun activities that kids get to experience when they're young, you know. And so this is the reason why I like to, you know, have my fun now as an adult during this time. And so, you know, we're not here to judge anyone. We're not here to judge what people choose to do, what people choose to believe, how they choose to celebrate their different choices of holidays. No matter what it is, if it's a religious holiday, if it's not, we just want to express ourselves the way we feel best, and that is perfectly fine. You know, I don't think that any creator, or that the creator has any, you know, bars or holds on us being able to have fun in the way that we choose to. And so, you know, as long as we're doing it with wholesome goodness and fun, and it's not hurting anyone, then I think that we're fine, you know. And I feel like a lot of times we get caught up in the semantics of what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing. And there's really no rules. There's no rules on this journey as far as how things are supposed to get played out. You know, you did create your own handbook before you got here, though. And, you know, we signed up for this, and that's one thing that I will always come back to, letting you know, is that you signed up for whatever experiences that you chose to go through. Even the choice down to you choosing what religion you want to, you know, to practice, what church, what, you know, what method of belief you want to have, what family you want to be involved with, and what, you know, what everything you did before you came here was written in your Akashic records, okay? So if you don't know what the Akashic records are, go find out, research that. You know, there are so many different great resources out there that will tell you what the Akashic records are all about. And you will see that these things were already written in your handbook, and you actually had a hand in writing everything. You and the creator came up with a lot of the things that you were going to do before you came down here, and you agreed, you signed up for it. So no one, you can never say that this was all unplanned, or this was just crazy, why would I choose to do anything like this? Because a lot of times we do play out our own life, and we are what they call the creators of our own reality. And I feel as though we did that before we even got here. So if you don't know about the Akashic Records, go find out what that is. And, maybe we can have a video on that later down the line. I'm not a professional in that. I haven't studied it so much myself to where I can be an expert in telling you guys what it is. But I do know that, we signed up for this. And that's basically what it's going to show you, is that you signed up for this. There's going to be past lives that you have to heal from in order to move forward in your journey in this life. Things that have come through with you as you have reincarnated here in your, different reincarnations. You've had traumas that have come down with you, unfinished business. You've had so many different things that you might not even realize that are affecting you now, or because of the things that are in your Akashic records. So that is a part of your healing journey too, is not only the Kundalini awakening, but the Akashic records is a big part of you healing on your journey before you can come into union with your twin flame, because you're going to have to find out what those things are that you and your twin did beforehand in different past lives that made you guys have rifts between you, or caused you to have different, reincarnations that you had to come back for because you just didn't get it right the first time. With me and my twin, there were different lifetimes that we had together. One where, and you could have been a different sex in the past. You could have been the opposite sexes. Your twin flame, if you're a divine feminine, could have been the masculine. I mean, the feminine in the other lifetime, and vice versa. You never know, because until you find out what's in your Akashic records, what's in there in the book of life, then you're not going to know what it is that you guys have been through together. But you have had many lifetimes together, so many lifetimes and so many experiences, and you guys are going to start to share those experiences when you get together, because you're going to start to remember, maybe not everything, but little snippets of what you went through together. And you're going to have so many bonds because of that. You're going to have trauma bonds that you're going to have because of some of the things that you might have dealt with. Maybe one of you guys was killed in the past lifetime, or maybe one of you guys was just died of heartache or grief. Somebody could have had a life where they were just, really rich, and then all of a sudden they became poor. That's one of the things that happened in my past and my Akashic records. I used to be very wealthy in a previous lifetime, and then I ended up dying poor, and lonely, because the person that I had been with, took all my money. So, and the reason why we know these things is because we're in tune with our higher self, our higher spirit, and we can tap into so many resources and so many things that, like I told you guys, you never thought to think about before you were on this journey. I mean, I never knew what an Akashic Records was before I started this journey. I never knew what twin flames were. I never knew what that I could reincarnate in this lifetime, and that I have been here before. We don't know these things until our twin activates those things in us, and our whole DNA changes, you guys. Our whole DNA and physical makeup changes to reflect what it is that we need to remember in order to awaken us and to help us to become our best version of ourselves. Okay, so the angels are telling me, yes, you guys wake up and you start to remember things that you didn't know from the past. Okay, so let's get on into the song, because I want to relate these things into our verses here. The next line says, "And I don't know how you keep calm." And one of the things that our twin flames does, and a lot of times it's the divine masculine in this situation. They keep calm in certain situations when you feel like you are going crazy. Okay, you might be like so frustrated or stressed out, and maybe they've been the cause of your stress, and you just get so upset and annoyed with them, and they're just like calm, And like it's like they're the typical poster child of that, saying stay calm, keep calm, and carry on. And it's like they're the poster child for that or something. And it's like they just don't get bothered by things, even though they know they're the cause of the reason why you're stressed out. They don't get bothered by it, and so they start to just go along their merry way, or they might start doing something, escaping or whatever it is that they do on a daily to kind of take their mind off things and calm and be at ease. But, that's their way of coping. That's their way of not letting things affect them. But at the same time, they could have made it affect you. And so you have to learn how to draw the line and how to set your boundaries so that you know how to not let things affect you that your twin flame does. Okay, and sometimes you're going to have to say no. Sometimes you're going to have to be firm. And it's very hard because as divine feminines, we tend to want to fix everything. We tend to want to heal, nurture, and to, caress and cradle and, do all these things for our divine masculines. And they are, they don't need all of that at certain points. We need to stop trying to control everything as divine feminines and start letting our masculines handle things, and don't let them put the stress on you. Let them figure things out on their own because they have the ability to figure things out. Okay, so that's one of the things that I want you guys to take away from in this particular video. You have to be able to let go of control. And I'm going to put a video of a song that I like to listen to whenever I feel like I'm controlling things on my journey. I put on this song. It's called I Release Control, and it just soothes me and helps me to let go and not to be uptight anymore. It's really amazing during your meditation. It has a great, sound like a singing bowl in the background and other things that when a woman is chanting, it's just soothing. And so I let that play and I just get so relaxed and calm, and I start saying, you know what, it's not even worth the stress. Just let it go. And then take your breaths. Okay, go back to the Breathe series. I'm going to put that in the description box below too. And go back to the Breathe series and start taking your deep breaths. Start practicing your breath work, okay? And if you don't know how to do that, you can also Google that. And other people have videos on videos on how to do your breath work, okay? So, I'm not an expert in a lot of these things, but yet I have found a method that works for me. And, the more you are able to do that, the more you're in tune with your intuition. And you don't have to have a lot of scripts or things like, that you go to try to tell you how to do things. You'll start to naturally intuitively know how to do things to help you calm down, to help you to heal, to help you to find ways to make the most of your resources if you're having struggles with finances or anything like that. So, there's different things as a twin flame that you're going to be savvy at naturally, and you're going to be able to get yourself out of certain fixes. But always make sure that you're talking to your angels and asking them for help, because they are going to be helping you out of a lot of dire straits and a lot of situations that you are going to be tested by. Okay, there are going to be tests that come up on your journey for you to see if you're really ready for this, this union. These tests are going to be throughout your time of separation. They're going to be throughout your time of communication to see if you're really, really ready for union. And sometimes you might fail. Sometimes you might think that you're failing. But really, you just have to keep working at it. And the test will come back around until you figure it out, how you're going to handle it and the best way to handle it. So don't be afraid, when you get in situations where you might have your car break down, or you might have, something come up where you had to make a real big business decision or a career move, or you might have to give up your house. It might be something very, very difficult that you never thought you would ever do in a million years, before you got on this journey. And you're going to have to start making choices as to whether or not you're going to adhere and listen to your angels and let them guide you and let them help you make the right decision. And, you have to start asking for help too, because sometimes we're too proud to ask for help from our angels or from other, others on this journey. But not all the time will you be able to go to other people that are actually on this journey. You're going to have to rely on your angels. And that's what a lot of times these tasks or these tests will be designed to do, to make sure you are on your spiritual path, because you're going to have to tap into that spiritual connection with your angels. One way or another, you're going to have to get back to it and learn that this is what's going to guide you through and keep you away from the pitfalls and the dangers that are going to come up on your journey, okay? So the angels want you to know that. You have to be able to ask them for help, to lean on them, to be able to have a relationship, not only with your creator, which is the first and foremost thing, because the spirits of the angels cannot, exist without the creator. So you do need to have the strongest connection with your creator first, and then your angels will naturally be able to help you in conjunction with that, because they are a part of the creator. They are messengers from the creator, sent here to help us as humans on our journey, okay? No matter who we are. It doesn't matter if we're twin flame or not. Some people say that everyone has a twin flame. I don't know if that's the truth or not, because this journey is very hard. So I think that maybe in different lifetimes, we can all get to the point where we become a twin flame and understand that we are a twin flame. But at some points, I don't feel like everybody's, is aware that they have a twin flame, or it is a twin flame, because I just feel like there's just a lot of details and intricacies on this journey that, you have to be prepared for. And a lot of times that only comes through when you are aware of the fact that you are a twin flame. And there's very specific things that make you a twin flame. And so I just don't feel like every single person who exists knows about this yet. And it's very new even to us. So, I don't feel it's fair to really push this twin flame phenomenon on every single person, because, not everybody's equipped to handle it. We were chosen for a reason. And, we have the backbone, we have the know-how, we have the makeup that it takes to get through this journey and to go into union with our twin flame, so we can help others, to understand who they are and to become their best versions of themselves. Now, I do feel that every lifetime we do have an opportunity to rise up and to become a better version of ourselves, and so that's why I feel like we tend to come back and reincarnate, because we need to have another lifetime to figure out how we can better serve humanity and how we can best become, the best version of ourselves. So I do feel like the reincarnations are different choices and chances for us to grow better and better and get closer and closer to the creator. And so this is what it is. When you get to the point where you are on this twin flame journey, you really have come to that, last leg of where you become the closest to the creator that you can possibly be, in terms of your, your light and your the light work that you do. I hope that all of you guys, as light workers and twin flames, know how special you are to be on this journey, and to be have been picked to be this in this lifetime with your twin flame. Because in the past, not everyone was coming into union with their twin flame. A lot of twins might have existed and coexisted together on this earth, but not ever met or not have ever come into union. So this is a special time, because so many twin flames are coming into union in this age and this lifetime and this decade and this century. So we need to be thankful that we are able to do this, because it is a beautiful thing once you reach your healing capacity, and you're fully aware of who you are and your highest version of yourself. You are able to do so many things to help the world and to help humanity. So you need to be blessed and to thank God and thank the Creator and Father Mama for giving you this opportunity to be your best version, to be able to be here for humanity at this time, in this age, okay? So even though your twin flame might keep calm in certain situations, they haven't figured everything out. And they're just fooling you if they try to tell you that they have. Okay, they have not figured everything out, okay? My angels are laughing, because they know that we are on this journey together to figure it out together, whether it be during separation, whether it be during communication, or whether it be during that love bubble phase where we are introduced to, the fact that we do have someone who is here to help us learn on this journey by being our perfect mirror. The angels are saying, you guys are still not knowing everything at the beginning. This is why you're on this journey, to figure it out together. And that doesn't mean that you have to have them in your presence in order to figure things out. It just means that as you go on this journey, you're going to mirror each other to the point where you're learning things that are very crucial and critical for your healing and your overall wellness as a twin flame, okay? And, twin flames are very powerful light workers. And so that's why I always say, hey, hi twin flame, hi light worker, because we are that. And there are some light workers that may not be twin flames, but they can still benefit from, there are some that are going to be nomadic. There are some that are going to be, kind of like, the monks or the ones that go off into the wilderness or into into nature and do their own thing as a single person. Okay, so they're very special too, because they are going to be elevated and have their higher frequency raised beyond so many different, on levels that we can only imagine, that at the beginning of this journey as a human, but these light workers that are not twin flames, that they just may be powerful light workers that came here to do a purpose, do something very great for humanity. Maybe, they're like a Mahatma Gandhi or someone that, is like, that is here just to make a huge impact on humanity as an individual, and they may or may not have a soulmate to do this with, but if they do, that might be good for them. But some of them may not, some of them may be just sent here to do the work and then to go on to the next level, to cross over into the next level. And they're beautiful souls too. So we can't really, say that one is better than the other. There's no better than, okay, on this journey. We are just what we are. We are who we are. And I love that, because my twin always tells me that we are who we are, and that is what it is. It is what it is. We are who we are. This is a very important thing you're going to have to start accepting on this journey, is that, once you start to learn who you are, and once you start to have a peace about it in your nature and your spirit, you're going to have to accept and to allow things to be what they are, okay? Stop trying to figure everything out. Stop trying to do it all with the human mind, because you won't be able to. You won't be able to know exactly how this works. You won't be able to know why you can feel your twin, why you can smell them, or even though they're miles and miles away, or why you can feel them in the bed with you. You won't be able to understand or explain any of that, especially to someone who's not a twin flame. So don't even try, okay? So just accept that this is the beautiful journey that you're on. And that's what I think that a lot of times we have to let go of too, is trying to figure things out, trying to think too much about this journey and sit there and try to pick at it and try to say, well, if this happened, and why, maybe this is happening because of this, and la 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 la. No, it's not really for that purpose. We're not supposed to do that. We're just supposed to experience this journey, okay? Experience being human, experience being a light worker, experience being a twin flame, experience being who you are. And that's it. Don't try to make it harder than what it is. It's not meant to be that hard, okay? And I think so many of us get caught up on the do's and don'ts and hows and how-tos and, all the little steps that we think we have to have. And, there's no 12 steps to being a twin flame. I'm sorry, there's not. There are certain things that you can do to recognize that you are a twin flame, but there's no, 12-step program to being a twin flame, okay? So every one of us is going to have a different story to tell. Every one of us is going to have a different way of coming into union. There may be certain underlying similarities for twin flames that, we can help us relate to each other as a collective. But each person's journey is going to be different and tailored to them, okay? So, and this next line says, you tell me that you're moving on. Okay, so a lot of times our twin flame, what do? They try to tell us, this ain't for me. I'm just going to move on. I'm sorry, you do you, I'll do me. I never signed up for this. I never thought about this being a thing, I don't know about this whole twin flame thing. How many times have you heard your twin flame say that or allude to that? Or, how many times have you had a text message saying, I don't know about this. I don't know. You kind of, it seems a little weird to me. It seems like it's just a little bit too much to handle, and then they go run, okay? They're the runner at that point, okay? So that's what starts the runner chaser phase, and then you're like, no, but wait, we're twin flames, I know we are, I can prove it, I can prove it. There's a 12-step program to prove that you are a twin. You're my twin. Okay. No, it don't work like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Some of y'all gonna be busting out laughing at this part, but it don't work like that. Okay. You can never convince your twin to believe in them being a twin flame, and you can never even convince yourself, because you have to allow things to happen and the synchronicities to come, and the and your angels have to guide you to the information that shows you that you're a twin flame, because you probably didn't know about it before you read up on it. So, and how did you read up on it? Because your angels showed you where to go to look for it. Yeah. So this is, we're being awakened, by the spiritual forces, by the higher spiritual, the goodness and the light, okay, is coming in to help us. Our angels are coming in to help us wake up on this journey and to learn what it's all about. And this video is going to be a little longer because I'm really getting into this conversation with you guys, because I'm enjoying the fact that we are opening up more revelations as far as this journey is concerned, because I feel that there are so many people out there giving misinformation about what this journey is all about. I already showed you guys in the other video, this journey is about unconditional love, period. And your twin flame is going to be the perfect reason that you're going to learn how to love yourself unconditionally first, and then you're going to be able to love others unconditionally as well. It'll extend to your family members, your friends, and then to your twin flame, because a lot of times we're here to heal generational curses within our families as well, and that might have to happen without your twin flame being in your life. How else are you going to heal these generational curses if your twin flame is there and you're all woo it up? Okay, you can't do it. You're just going to be too focused on you and your twin, and those people that need the healing that you're providing on your journey will not be able to receive it, because you would have been too caught up, and trying to please your twin and trying to live with them or be with them or have a house or a family with them. So this is the reason why we're in separation a lot of times, is because there are things that need to go on, things that need to take place before we're actually in union with our twin. These are some of the tests. If you pass these tests, if you help your family to get out of some of these generational cycles, generational curses, then you're going to be that much more healed on your own journey, and have you won't have to worry as much about things in your family happening among people that are no longer of your highest interest or highest good. So just know that you guys are chosen. You're chosen to do these things, this work, this great work, this beautiful sacred work, okay, that you're doing to help humanity. And this starts with you first. It starts with you healing you first. It starts with your dark night of the soul. It starts with all of those things that you haven't, that you have been through, that have been wearing on your soul, that have been super draining, exhausting. The Kundalini awakenings that you've gone through, the diet changes, all of these things that you have learned about yourself on this journey are very important for you, as far as elevating your consciousness, raising your awareness, your vibration, learning how to heal yourself and not take on these energies that are coming at you that are not yours, learning how to deflect that, how to transmute the things that are not yours, and to from your twin also, because a lot of times you're connected on that higher level, and you will feel what they feel if they're sad or if they're down or discouraged, and you will have to learn how to transmute that so that you can not be affected by that to the point where you just get so deep down in the the dumps. Okay, so this is the reason why your twin, it seems as though they have an illusion of having everything all together and keep calm, and that they seem to have an illusion of knowing what it is that they're doing, and just having it all worked out, but it's really not the case. And they think that they can move on from you, but they really can't. They feel like they can move on, and they'll try it. They'll try to do it, but they really can't. They are still thinking about you, even while you're in separation, even while they're running, even while you guys aren't communicating, even if they blocked you. They're still thinking about you. There's no way that you can be thinking about them and them not think about you. Okay, so that's just this. That's how this journey works. So, okay, and the next line says, I guess that's just your way. That's their way. That is the runner's way of coping with things. To just run, okay? And the more you chase after them, the more they're going to run. So once you start to stop running, once you stop chasing them and start learning how to surrender and not control the outcome and to be happy and satisfied with who you are and where you are on your journey without them, you have to get to a point where you're satisfied and okay with your twin never returning again. If you get to that point, you are in a very good place, and that is probably when your union is going to happen, because you get to a point where you really don't need your twin in order to be happy, in order to move on with your life, in order to have the career that you wanted. If you get to a point where you can do all of these things on your own without your twin flame, that's more than likely when they're going to stop running and come back into your life, okay? All right, the next line says, you never choose to stay. Okay, it says, so I said, I guess that's just your way. You never choose to stay. It's just another day. But to me, the feelings linger on, okay? So this conversation, if I read it all, let me just read it all one more time, the verse, the whole verse. And I don't know how you keep calm. You tell me that you're moving on. I guess that's just your way. You never choose to stay. It's just another day. But to me, the feelings linger on. And isn't that how we are as divine feminines? The feelings are still there. We still want them in our life. We still want them. And it's the same for the masculines too. They still have the feelings. They remember the love bubble phase. Okay, that's really, the kicker, because they know that there was a phase when they went through a time where they couldn't keep their eyes off you. They couldn't keep from staring at your picture if they haven't met you physically yet. They couldn't keep from looking you up on social media and seeing what you're up to. They know that there's a time when they were all into you, and that was that love bubble phase. And then all of a sudden they try to act like, oh, so nonchalant, like, oh, I don't know about this whole twin flame thing. You know what? I think I'm gonna just go do my own thing. I don't need this, I don't know why we have to be this way. This is too frou-frou, it's too goo-goo gaga for me. You guys know how they do. So that's what this line is about, it's telling you that they do have their way of trying to reject you, and then it doesn't work, okay? But they don't know that until after they've left you energetically, and they start to feel you rising up and becoming your best version of yourself, and not having to need that need for them. That's when you stop chasing them, and that's when they start to wonder, hey, what's going on? Why aren't they like trying to get at me? Why aren't they trying to talk to me on social media, or they're not bugging me anymore? They're not coming up at me, and they're not trying to call me, and they're not texting me every day and trying to see how I'm doing. What are they doing over there? I think they're doing something. And so that's when they come back, because they start to see, hey, I'm moving on too. You know what? I'm just it is what it is. I'm doing my thing now. I'm living my best life. I'm doing me. I'm being my best version of myself. I'm healing my family curses and generational traumas. And you know what? I could care less if you come back or not. I'm content. I'm happy. You do you, boo-boo, and I'll do me. This is what happens. And you start realizing that you're fine. You're just fine without them. And that's when they come back around, okay? So I'm giving you guys some real good keys here. I know probably, not too many people talk about this, but this is how you can't trick yourself into letting go and surrendering. That's why the process of separation does take longer for some of us, because we can't trick ourselves and our minds into thinking that way. You have to naturally let it happen, okay? You have to go through your bumps and bruises. You have to go up that mountain, okay? So break free series. You have to go up that mountain, and you have to get to the top of it on your own first, and look over the view. Look at the beautiful view and see how far you come up the mountain, and enjoy the view. When you get up there, enjoy the view. Enjoy being your best version of yourself. Enjoy being your truest, purest form, okay? Your light worker form, your twin flame form. Enjoy that work that you're doing, that community service work, or whatever that you choose to do to help heal humanity. If you're a Greenpeace, or if you're going to do things for, like in the medical field, whatever it is that you choose on your path, do it, and do it with joy, okay? Be at your highest joy always in this journey, no matter what comes your way, and you'll start to see things manifest around you, especially your twin flame, okay? And I want to run through the chorus real quick because after I do this, then we're going to be probably only going to have one or two more parts left to this series. So let's go on into the chorus. I guess that's why I'm haunted by your memory, recalling all our fantasy. And so when I say I'm haunted by your memory, that means that, you know, as you go into separation and, you know, other parts of this journey where you'd really, you know, have met your twin flame, but you guys have separated for whatever reason, you start to realize that, hey, you know, I do miss their presence a lot. I miss them so much. And, you know, you get to that sad, depressing time where you start to really, really miss your twin. You know, you're haunted by their memory. You know, you're haunted by the things that they've said to you that made you feel good. You're haunted by the dreams that you guys have discussed together that you're wanting to have together. You're haunted by, you know, the scent. Sometimes you're haunted by their, just their overall aura, their personality, the way they made you laugh, the way they, you know, only they can make you feel those tingly feelings. You know, only they can arouse you the way they do. Only they will trigger you and arouse you the way they do. Okay. And you recall all of your fantasies about them and how you dreamed about being with them one day. And, you know, that's what the second part of that chorus says, recalling all our fantasy, you know, even though it makes me blue, you know, to go over those fantasies in my head over and over again about what I wanted to have with that person, with my twin before he ran or she ran. You know, even though I have all of these fantasies and they make me sad to think about them, you know, it's still a beautiful thing because I know that well, not during the time that you're in it, but eventually after you get out of this period of depression and, you know, dark night of the soul and whatnot, you start to realize that there is going to be a time when you guys will come back together again. But you have to go through the work and do the work and get through all of the things that you need to do to heal, okay? And it says, I'm just not over you. Don't tell me that we're through when I'm haunted by your memory, okay? And you know, at one point you're going to learn that there's going to be a security in this journey, that you know that this is going to be meant for you and your twin to experience this union on this journey. You can have union in your lifetime. And that's the reason why so many twin flames are coming into union during this lifetime, is because it is possible. And that's why, you know, I'm so happy and thankful to see twin flames in union on YouTube and to see them, you know, doing their work and sharing with other twin flames methods on how to get into union, because, you know, they've been there. Excuse me, they've been there. They know what it's like. They've struggled just like we have. You know, I'm a twin flame in separation and in communication. My twin and I have never met physically. So, you know, there's a lot of things that I still haven't experienced yet as a twin flame that I'm looking forward to when my twin and I actually do come into physical union. But, you know, I'm not going to just, you know, let my life pass me by. I have to be able to go ahead and live and do the things that I need to do to heal myself, to get my finances together, to, you know, be able to be on top of my game, you know, so that I can have everything that I need in my life and want in my life, okay? There's no reason for you to put your life on hold waiting for your twin, okay? Don't put your life on hold and wait for your twin to come back into your life. No. You have to go ahead and live your life to the fullest. And that's when your twin flame will come back, okay? So I just want to send you guys some words of encouragement, say I love you, and let you know that this is, you know, all for your highest good. Everything you're going through, every moment, every dark night of the soul, every separation, every communication. Maybe you've been one of the twin flames couples that have gone in and out of separation, in and out of communication, and you just feel so tired and drained. I just want to extend my warmest, sincerest love to you guys, because I know it's hard, and I know you feel like, okay, what's going on? Is there something wrong with me? Why is this keeping going in loops and circles like this? You know, rest assured, there is a reason why you're going through this, okay? And I know you don't want to hear that. I know you don't like it when you see other twin flames coming into union and you're just kind of like going through the same cycles. And just seems like you're going in circles with your twin, okay? Just know this, that as soon as those lessons are learned, things are going to change. You're going to start to see 555 a lot. You're going to start to see a lot of the number signs and synchronicities that are going to lead you to understand that you have evolved into a point where you are not concerned anymore about being with your twin flame. You are at the point where you don't worry about them. You don't get upset if they go into if you go into separation again. You just say, oh, it is what it is, and you start to realize, hey, this is my lesson. This is my life, my lesson, my journey, and I'm going to live it the way I want to live it. I'm going to live it to the fullest. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to take those vacations and do those things and beautify myself the way I wanted to. And I'm not going to wait for my twin to come around to do these things. I'm going to go out. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to be, do whatever I always wanted to do. I'm going to take risks. I'm going to, climb mountains. I'm going to go jet skiing or do whatever it is that you wanted to do, that you've always thought about, skydiving, you're going to live your life to the fullest. And I just want to say, I love you guys. Write in the comments, please, if there are some things that you've done on this journey that have helped you to get through these hard times. We want to know about it. As a community, we want to help each other figure out what it is we can do, so that we don't have to constantly be haunted by our twin flame. We'll always have in the back of our minds and in our hearts, the desire to be with them. But we won't have that craving, okay? That's that craving and that longing for them that we struggle with during separation. It will subside after a while, and we'll be able to be content with living our life alone. And that's when you're going to see the biggest dramatic changes happening in your life for the better, because you're ascending at that point and you're living your life to the fullest and in the highest good of all. Okay, so share it with me in the comment section. Please give this video a like or a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Share it with other twin flames. And subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so you'll know when the next videos are coming out. All right, thank you guys so much. I love you. Have a great rest of your week. Give me some fun ideas as to how we can make this channel better also, because I love hearing your guys' feedback. Thank you. Love you. Hope this helped. Bye-bye.